So now when I look back and compare that, I'm not saying, I am against or for Western medicine or whatever. I see this as a more holistic approach to well-being and health management. And I'm not saying that, here is a, uh, you know, uh, here is a 100 GB bandwidth, and then everything moves very fast. That's not the way it is. So you're saying these are all connected. And how important is this interconnectivity of your emotional well-being to your disease, to your ability to handle stressful situations, and therefore treating it holistically is far more important than doing short term, if I were to call it, band-aids in the way you manage health. Is that what you're saying? I'm just throwing some words. It's not your words, but I'm just throwing those words because I'm, for example, a big believer in this holistic system, right? For example, I've done pretty chill myself. Okay, and I do abhyangami every 15 days. Okay, and therefore I see a big difference in how I how I get energized. Okay, and so therefore I understand that. But the most important thing is you're actually talking about a holistic way of approaching life versus, oh, you've got a problem, here is something that I'll give you. So that's a very, very big difference in the way you look at solving a problem of a disease or a medical condition, right?
See, uh, you cannot just, there's no one single cause that can lead to a problem. There could be multiple causes, and there could be one solid trigger that could make it worse. So, uh, so usually what happens, because we love to connect the dots and look at the cause and effect. Like I'll give you an example. One of my friend, whenever he watches India play at cricket match, he has to sit in one particular chair, and he will not go to the toilet. And he thinks his bladder control efficiency is responsible for India winning the matches. So it's a, that's the way they connect. So there are multiple reasons why certain things can happen, and sometimes it could be a not the right approach to connect the dots. Sometimes we need to understand what is actually the real cause of it. There's always multiple causes for certain situations to occur. So when you look at a holistic approach, you put all the foundations right. So when the foundations are right, maybe this such a situation will not happen. Let's say a school child, he gets into addiction problems at a very young age, and then the father and the mother, they come, bring the son, and starts blaming that the son is like this, something is wrong with him, he's always getting prone to these kind of addiction. And then they were trying to change the school because the school has a tendency where the possibility of getting these kind of substance is quite high. But is every kid in that school having this addiction problem, or is just him? And if it's just, I mean, or only few of the kids having this, and if the few of the kids are having, why certain few kids are getting into such a personality where they are prone to get into such addiction? So is there something to do with their parenting? Is there something to do with their home emotional environment that is contributing to it? So that is where all of this, okay, changing the school where such access is not there, maybe it could be a symptomatic change. But the moment such a exposure can happen, for sure the surrounding plays an important role. Sometimes people say, when I live in big cities, I tend to put on weight. When I live in a place where there is no access to such swiggy or such unhealthy food, I don't put on so much weight because my access to these unhealthy triggers is very limited. But at the same time, you need to have that ability to say no to things, and in order to say no to that, you need to have good emotional well-being. And that is why, in a holistic approach, food, medicine, lifestyle, stress coping mechanism, your sleep, and your time, all of this comes together, and that is where it contributes together.